All right. So what we're looking at here, guys, is this. We're looking at nominal GDP and real GDP today. So yesterday I started talking to you a little bit about this, so you have an idea of what I'm referring to today. When we're calculating up nominal GDP, we're just worried about that given year. So if we're worried about 2018's nominal GDP, we calculate up all the goods and services purchased during that given year. So you got to calculate up all the Netflix subscriptions. You got to calculate up all the Nikes bought that year. You have to calculate up all the Jordans bought that year. All right. All the hair products bought that year. Okay. So these are the things that you would have to calculate and crunch those numbers, and you're going to get staggering amount. Again, all these numbers are going to probably be right around $20 trillion. Okay, down to like the smallest thing. You know, you put a penny into those gumball machines, you get a gumball out. That needs to be calculated into GDP. Where do you go?
Gumball machines are always used for.
No.
Yeah. What gumball machine uses pennies?
Schnecksville Diner.
Really?
Yes.
If you put 1 cent into the gumball?
Yeah. We have a staring competition all day. What's that? I know Kyle gets scammed all the time.
Oh, okay. The freaking coin.
Kyle, we're recording here. This is getting screencasted. That's your penalty. All right. Anyways, disregard Kyle's comment. You can figure out what Kyle it is later on. Anyways. Oh, Kyle, you're not doing yourself any favors. So, anyways, nominal GDP. Okay. 2018, we go to the gumball machine. All that stuff has to be calculated. So, in this particular situation, we're looking at televisions, DVD players, and CD players. All of these need to be calculated up to then give us our answer. Okay. So, what we would do to nominal GDP, we do 100 televisions times $100 each, right? And that gives us $10,000. So put this there for my memo, $10,000. Some of this stuff's mental math, guys. If you choose to do that, by all means, go ahead. I'm just doing it so I can film it all. 50 DVD players. So you have 50 DVD players times 200 each. Okay, that's $10,000 again. Okay, $10,000 again. $10,000. All right, and the last thing that needs to be calculated there is CD players. Let's cancel that out. CD players are 200 times $75 each, and you get $15,000. Okay. Now, what you would do then is you would then you have to calculate all these up to give your year's nominal GDP. So that would be 10,000 plus 10,000 is 20,000. 20,000 plus 15 is $35,000. Would then go right here. Okay, $35,000 would then go right there. Okay. So then real GDP doesn't matter for year one because it's going to be exactly the same. There's nothing to compare it to. So you would leave that blank. Okay, you leave that blank. Now what you need to do is this. I'm going to go back and erase this. Okay, those are just notes for myself. Those are just notes for myself. All right, that's why it's getting erased. Now I have to ask myself. Let's look at year two nominal GDP. Let's calculate year two nominal GDP. What do we do? What numbers we put together? Colby? Correct. So for television, we would do what in our equation? Correct. And if you can't do mental math, put it in your calculators, and you get 15. Is it 625? Yes, 625. 625. Okay. DVD players, Kyle, is what? No. Yeah. Yeah. And what does that give you? Good job. You use mental math. 1,000. And then for for CD players, we would do what? Would be 175 times $50 each. Be 8,750. Okay. So now what do we need to do, Kyle? No, that's year 3, bud. You're ahead of yourself. Trying to figure out nominal GDP. Okay. 8,750 times 15,625 gives us 24,375. Then we need to add another 10 grand to that. Then we have 34,375. So 34,375. Okay. That's nominal GDP for year 2. But that's not what we're worried about. I'm more worried about real GDP. Okay, I'm worried about real GDP. Let me erase my notes. Erase my notes here. I should update my examples. I guess you guys don't buy CD players and DVD players anymore, huh? No. I should probably put like I don't know. What are those things called? Gigapets? Kyle probably buys those gigapets. You don't know what a gigapet is? All right, back in the 90s, you had these things like it was an app, but it was like a computer chip, and you buy these gigapets. Yes, and you had to feed it and change its diaper and all that stuff. There's other names for it, but like the generic name was yes, that was the name brand. That was the name brand. Yeah. So what we have to figure out is real GDP, okay? And what we need for real GDP is a base year, and base year is always year 1, okay? So televisions. How do we figure how much money we made on televisions? What's our equation? Base year price times current year quantity. We're focused on year 2. Yeah, right here. Yep, right there. So it'd be 125 times 100. It gives us what? So how do we figure out DVDs? What's the equation? You got it. And that would be, yeah, good job. And then CD players times 75. I'm sorry, CD players, yeah. That would be 175. Kind of give the answer away. That I can't do off the top of my head, I'll be honest. Sure, if I thought about it long enough, I could, but I don't know if I'm doing that right now. 13,125. 13,5. So how do we figure out the total real GDP in that situation? Add all the numbers together. That's all you got to do. Add all those numbers together. So let's add 12,500 to it. That equals 25,625. And then let's add our extra 20,000. And that equals 45,625. So look at that difference here. 45,625. 525, right? So look at that. We actually thought, according to nominal GDP, we actually thought we lost money. But when you look at real GDP, we almost added $10,000 to the economy because of that. So what you need to do is you have to extract a base year price. All right, it helps adjust what's called inflation. Inflation is an evil machine. Okay, because it puts more money in the economy, prices become more expensive. But the reality of it is, what is the comparison to previous years? All right. So the result of it is we actually made more money. Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys to do the year 3 on your own. In the case of GDP per capita, okay, what we do in this situation is we take a population, take our real GDP, 15, 0 to 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, $15 trillion. Divide that by the U.S. population. 7, 6, 8, 0. Oops, I think I missed the 0. Yeah, I did. All right. All right, so let me do that again. 15, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, divided by 3, 1, 1. 7, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3 equals. Did I do that right or do it backwards? I think I did it backwards. Not. I think I did it backwards. I always do this when I do division for some reason. I just forget the basic fundamentals. Okay. Nope, I did do it the other way. What is going on here? Am I missing? Oh, I'm missing zeros. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, let me try this again from scratch. I'm filming all this. Maybe I should not film this, Kyle. What do you think? What's that? Hold on. I'm in the middle of something. There you go. I was missing zeros. So the population to GDP, the average person, all right, makes $48,000, $48,180. So you put 48,000 right here. 48,000. It takes a couple days. So I'll have to fix this. If you're watching this video, then you know to fix it, but it becomes 0, 0. I had billions and it needs to be trillions. And that was the challenge. It's my fault. Okay. So you just repeat that process, you get all the answers for there, then you guys can answer those questions on your own with the rest of that. All right. So Kyle asked about what's the real GDP for year 2, 45,625. Okay. 45,625. Well, no, you should be able to do it on your own. Right? That's important thinking. Anybody can copy anything. So a Xerox machine is for. No, not even close.
They got in trouble.
I don't know. Did they? Maybe. Maybe at one point in the 80s they might have been, but close to it at least, but nothing definitive because they never been broken up. All right, so guys, that's how you do all that. So I'm going to turn off my screencast. I'll make that public then.